Do you know what this is? Do you realize what this is? Because I don't think you do. We waited for 2 years after the last Olympian came out. And now, in the words of Cassidy Tucker, Perseus Jackson has returned to us. So maybe that was a little dramatic. But this is a review of The Son of Neptune by Riordan. So anyway, this is book 2 in the Heroes of Olympus series. This is book 1. This is book 2. But before you read this series, you need to read the Percy Jackson series. Otherwise, it might not mean anything to you. Just saying. So I did this in my review of The Lost Hero, but this is the order that you need to read the books in. And if you have not read all of these, then go away. Leave and go read, Mr. or Miss. Go to your room and read. Then you can come back and watch this video when you've learned your lesson. Go on. Bye. Okay, it's just us now. Except for you. Yeah, I see you. Cheater. I guess you like spoilers. I don't think I've ever felt like a nerd as much as I do right now. So I was kind of disappointed by this book. Wait, it wasn't about the story, it wasn't about the characters, it was all so amazing and just so awesome. I just don't want to wait another year for the Mark of Athena, because we don't really find out what happens next. We find out what happened to Percy while the stuff with Jason, Leo, and Piper was happening in the first book. Now we have to wait another year to find out what actually happens next, and where the doors of death are. And Percy didn't even get to see Annabeth. What's up with that? You could have at least said, a girl turned around and Percy recognized her immediately. It was Annabeth. He doesn't even see her. Okay, now I'm going to talk about what was good. Focus. So in The Son of Neptune, Percy finds Camp Jupiter, which is like Camp Half-Blood, but instead of following the Greek ways of the gods, they follow the Roman ways. Then Percy meets Hazel and Frank. They go on a quest and free the Death. They free Death. Thanatos. I'm 90% sure that's how you say it. Thanatos. Gosh, Rick and his crazy character names that he didn't even make up. Romans. This book was a lot like The Lost Hero. What with Percy going to the camp and not knowing who he is or about the gods and stuff, then going on a quest. It was pretty similar. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Jason, Leo, and Piper again. I'm looking forward to the clash of Percy, Hazel, Frank, Jason, Leo, and Piper, and Annabeth. I really want Annabeth to be the 7th demigod in the Prophecy of 7, but I feel like she's not going to be. I think we are yet to meet the new one, whatever they are, whoever they are. But it could be Annabeth. And my prediction for the Mark of Athena is that one of the 3 perspectives is going to be Annabeth, which would hopefully mean that she's one of the 7, right? Or maybe it's going to be all new characters, but then I don't know what the other 2 would be, and I just... the past 2 weeks I've not been able to get through without getting the Mark of Athena. 50 more weeks, 50 more weeks, 50 more weeks. So I'm going to talk about the characters in this book. Percy, which you all know. We all know Percy, but he has no backstory in this book except for what's happened in the past few months to him. But it doesn't matter because we all know. And every glimpse of a memory he has, we all know about. And there's even old characters from the Percy Jackson The Olympian series in it, like Queen Hilla. I honestly don't remember her from the Percy Jackson Olympian series, but something tells me she was there. I don't know. It was a while ago when I read them. And then Hazel, who died a long time ago. Well, she's back, and her brother is... Nico D'Angelo. What? Hello. Old characters. Actually, it turns out that none of this would have happened if it weren't for Hazel, because Yaya would have already taken over the world, so that's a good thing. She delayed the process by sacrificing herself, so that's good job, Hazel. What do we sympathize about Hazel? Yaya took over her mom's life. That's how you pronounce it, right? Yaya? She took over her mother. Hazel died before she could marry Sammy, and she got sent to the wrong place in the underworld. I mean, she sacrificed herself to delay Yaya from rising? Really? Shouldn't she have gone to Elysium or whatever that place is? I hope Elysium's not the bad place, because that would be really embarrassing for me. Anyway, Frank also lost his mother. She died in war, and it turns out that his dad is the war god Ares. Mars. His life depends on a stick, and his grandma sent him off with the wolves to go to camp. What could go wrong? So Thanatos does not take Hazel or Frank's life when they free him. And when I did this, I was trying to do the Frank who set his log on fire and cut the chains. So then they get back to Camp Jupiter. They battle for a little bit, fight off some giants, you know, the usual. Then they get a message from Camp Half-Blood requesting that they don't kill them. And the person in the letter who's talking to them is Leo Valdez, who we know from The Lost Hero. Then Hazel gasps. So that's Sammy? Wait a minute. So that's Sammy? Hang on. How does that work? I did not see that one coming. Could it be his twin from a different century? Because I don't think there was anything about Leo being 70 years old. Did I miss something? I don't get it, but it was very climatic. Then the Greeks came in their little ship, and then it was over for another year. It's going to be so awesome. And can I say that my favorite character out of all characters in my entire life now is Ella? Just imagining her in her little bird voice going, nope, nope, nope. I loved Ella. She was so funny. I hope she stays for the next books. Alright, so that's all I have to say about the son of Neptune. So I guess I'll go. Review of the Maze Runner series, Maze Runner Escort Trials Death Cure soon. I'm almost done with the Death Cure. So, bye. Just kidding. Okay, so it's editing, and I realized that I did not give it a review. Out of 100. I had my tripod put away, and my lights put away, and my chair was folded up. So, the Son of Neptune was a little bit less suspenseful than The Lost Hero, because in The Lost Hero we didn't know where Jason came from, and we didn't know all that stuff. But we did know about Camp Half-Blood. And then in the Son of Neptune, we knew everything about Percy, but we didn't know about Camp Jupiter. And it was just a little bit less suspenseful. So since it's out of 100, I'm going to give it a 99 out of 100. But if it was out of 10, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. And if it was out of 5, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. So, bye.